Ladies and gentlemen, gentlemen and ladies, girls and boys and girls, welcome back to our channel, Inspirational Minutes with David. Hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification, let you know our channel is back on. Welcome back. I've been missing the action a little bit, I know. But I had to take a little break, relax, release, wind back up, and get back crunk. Welcome back to Inspirational Minutes with David, the fly optician. Get the book. You know what we in. Get the book, The Audacity Woke Memoir of a Man Who's Been Mentally Asleep. Thank you in advance. Thank you in advance. Beautiful, conscious, critical, thinking, questioning your why people. You know I love that. Let's have a drink. Let's get it open. Haven't done it in a minute. Let's have a drink. Have a drink. Have a drink on me. Let's get it in. Let's get it in. Clean my glasses a little bit. You know how I started off. Clean the glass. I get my mind together. I think about how the week has been. And again, like I always say, I'm a little bit redundant. I hope you have not been weakened by the weekend. Because if you're weakened or during the week, and you're weak, W-E-A-K, by the time Friday get here, which they call the weekend, you're weakened, hence the weekend. Thank you in advance. Today, our bill today. I had a couple weeks off. He said, David, come on, man. We've been waiting on you. And I, too, been waiting on you. Today, our inspirational minutes with David. Today, right? I had to go through all types of different titles in my head. They had the Democratic National Party, and got some quotes from that, too. The world is a shit show. Nobody likes the truth in a world of lies. But you know, my lies is living in evolution. Living in evolution simultaneously. But, you know, nobody likes the truth in a world of lies. And so much going on. There's so much we can talk about. I got so much on my mind. Just a few quotes. I had to, you know, not like I liked them, but it was a great quote, I must say. What Michelle said the other day. She said, for years, old Donald did everything in his power to make people fear us. She said. See her quotes. His limited, narrow view of the world made him feel threatened by the existence of two hardworking people. Two hardworking people, highly educated, successful people who happen to be black. I felt that. A lot of people in the United States of America, they, you know, when you are highly educated and successful and being a person of color, sometimes there are some drawbacks. People do live in fear, fake expectations appearing real. They do. That's the truth. You see, nobody likes the truth in a world of lies. And I'm going to talk about some few truths in this bill today. A few truths. And since I was with a patient earlier today, and this guy, I'm not going to give his name, but he's 102. He was born in 11/11/1920, 102 years old, 103, something of that sort. About 102, about to be 103. And I'm like, wow, he have seen every and era thing. And the lady who was with him, taking care of him, he asked my age, and I asked him, "How old do you think I am?" And he said, "You're like beginning middle age, he said between 39 no older than 42." And I asked her, she said, "You're about 40 max." No, I'm middle age. I'm what they call 50 heaven, or should they say 57. And the problem in middle life, when the body has reached its climax of power and begins to decline, is to identify yourself. Not with the body, which is falling away, but with the consciousness of which it is a vehicle. This is something that I learned from the myths. What am I? Question mark. Am I the bulb that carries the light? Or am I the light in which the bulb is a vehicle? One of the psychological problems in growing old, as they say, is the fear of death. Fake expectations appearing real of death. People resist the door of death, but the body is a vehicle. It's a vehicle of the consciousness. And if you can identify with the consciousness, you can watch this body go like an old car. There goes the fender, right? There goes the tire, right? One thing got to another. But it's predictable. And then gradually, the whole thing, it drops off. And consciousness rejoin consciousness. It's no longer in this particular environment. Thank you, Joseph Campbell. That was beautiful, but powerful. Again, our bill today is that nobody likes the truth in a world of lies. And I'm going to tell you some truths that maybe you may push back from it. I'm going to tell you some truths in our bill today that you might push back from it. You might say, well, David, yeah, man, you're really out there. I am, unpopulistically, you dig? But I'm going to tell you some truths in a world of lies. Most people are convinced that as long as they are not overly forced to do something by outside power, their decisions are theirs. And that if they want something, it is they who want it. Right? Right? But this is one of the great illusions. One of the great illusions we have about ourselves. A great number of our decisions is not really our own. It's not. But are suggested, indoctrinated, suggested, repeated, suggested to us from the outside. In the Quran, they said that Satan can only do but suggest, waswas, whisper from the outside. We have succeeded in persuading ourselves that it is we who has made those decisions, whereas we have actually conformed with expectations of others. Driven by fear, driven by fear of isolation and by more threats to our life, freedom, and comfort. Erich Fromm. Thank you for that one. See, no one likes the truth in the world of lies. Must we continue? Must we continue? About 20%, 20, of the population are flat earthers, which are the billionaires, the 200 countries who signed the treaty, the NASA, North American Space Actors, and the governments control your mental. We all know that Earth is flat. It's stationary. It's flat and stationary. And 7 impenetrable firmaments above. There's different levels to get through that firmament. As above, so below. 7. We all know that outer space isn't really a thing. And guess what? I'm sorry. Nobody landed on the goddamn moon. Oh, have you forgotten? You know their excuse, right? Why they haven't been back. They lost the technology to go back to the moon. But they have a technology to go way over there to Mars, right? They lost the technology to go to the moon, but they have the technology to go to Mars, which is 13 times farther away than the moon, according to those clowns in North American Space Actors Freak Show. We live on a stationary Earth with a firmament that protects us from the waters that encapsulate us. We aren't on a freaking rock spinning 1,000 miles per hour, orbiting 600,000 miles per hour, 666, 6 protons, 6 neutrons, 6 electrons, carbon 12, the very makeup of man, Satan, and blasting through space at 500,000 miles per hour. Now, my question, why can't grown-ups, adults, why? I'm talking to you. What, my pointer? Yeah, I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you. Dropping pointer, I'm talking to you. Man, this is crazy. Why can grown-ups, why can adults, understand this? Use your God-given senses or do the research and the experiments for yourself. You got a whole computer over there on your phone. Some of you have all types of computers and MacBooks and all this type of stuff and Chromebooks and all that, iPhones and Android. You have it all, your computer in your hand and you're still stuck on stupid. You know why? Because reality scares people. Like absolutely fucking everyone. The best they can do is lie to themselves. Yeah. They lie to themselves with perpetrated illusions and ignorance. That way, you see, I just thought about that. That way it feels okay. The lie becomes, I'm not so afraid. I believe in the lie. If I can understand or even understand, so do they. North American Space Actors, NASA, the media, and the government. Nobody likes the truth in a world of lies. You see, we had a bright moon the other day. It was so bright for 2 or 3 days. It was just beautiful. I was looking out I walked out of my office and I was on my patio and I looked up. The moon was right there in my window, right there, staring right at me. So bright, wow, with my naked eye. You see, the moon is tidally locked to the earth. Or should I say tidally, by different tides, locked to the earth. It cannot rotate freely on its own axis. It cannot rotate, and the earth isn't perfectly round. Nothing in nature exists with 100% accuracy. It's the 11 is the ratio of near perfection. The Fibonacci sequence. Now, As with all religion, this plays from the same basis to find reason for this or for that. When in reality, the proof of how all this been created is solely speculation and theory. Some people like myself who had the NEDs or near-death experiences and are frequent flyers in the astral planes have an idea, but there are no words to explain it, and and try to make it make sense to people who never been there. It all comes down to manifestation and how each choice you make shifts. It begins to shift your frequency, vibrational signature, and dimension. With that being said, all did not come from nothing. All did not come from no thing or nothing created by the intelligent source somewhere out there. There is a source code for error and everything. Everything and everything in life. We know to exist, and somewhere out there, there's a programmer. There's a programmer that knows all the cheat codes, backdoors, and how to debug things when there's a problem about the programming. Air quotes. But who? What? Where? How? We ask? Question mark. Well, that's up for each person. Each person to find this out on their own. Now, I'm going to give you the game, but I'm not going to give you the game. You must do the homework. You must evolve. You must research. In the age of Aquarius, people are just afraid of the unknown. Things they cannot physically see or touch. It takes a real soul to stop and really see and begin to really understand, to go within, to understand before you come out, go in. Our lives are full of chaos, but deep down, each of us have a purpose. Each of us have a soul. But it's up to you to pull yourself out of the bullshit we were fed each and every day and really decipher this thing called life. We were created and we do have a purpose. Each and one of you have an assignment to complete. If you don't complete the assignment in this contained materialistic body, which goes back to Gaia, I believe you're coming back. And you're going to keep reiterating this cycle until you complete the assignment. Till you complete your purpose. Stop letting people who have a spotlight tell you differently. No matter who you are, you came from dust, and to dust you will return. But the energy lives forever. Do your purpose. Live in your purpose. Complete your assignment. You see, you are God. You are God in fractal form. We all are experiencing ourselves through every life we have encountered. You see, we're all one. We're all one being, one universal being. God! So always be grateful. I agree. For this human experience, all life forms are God too. And serving God means service to others, which is also me, you, all of us are part of God. Just like how if you have children, like your children are a part of you. They're part of us. And we need to mature in our life in this material realm of existence. We really don't need any religion book so to figure out what's already within. So please, I beg you, please stop looking outward for God. Look inward. Your body is the temple that has the spark within you. It's the spark in all of us. You see, we all have the Christ conscious, U.S. God. As they say, God. And they say in the Christianity world, God. You know how the preachers, you know how they do it. Very slick with the tongue, you dig? We all have the Christ conscious God emanating through us, within us. We all are like a drop of water separated from the ocean, and we contain all the elements of God within us. The Most High is within us. Did not Christ say you will do greater works than I? Did not Christ say, does it not say in your scriptures that ye are gods? We all have it within us. The Spirit within us, as they call the Holy Spirit, the body, the blood, the water, the real Trinity, God, source within us, the Christ conscious within us. When you begin to evolve, all we need to do is ditch the religion, the religion, and go on. And go on. 5, 4, 3, 2, and I missed one. The religion indoctrination, and realize we're all one being. We're all one being experiencing ourselves, experiencing itself and ourselves subjectively. We need to be a service to others, which is actually service to ourselves. We are the most highest examples of the spirit soul within. A lot of us are children in this awakening, in this spiritual realm of awakening. I mean, the awakening process. That's what I'm talking about. When you begin to evolve and question your why, when you go within, we're like children. And when humanity matures like a child, what actually happened that we live every life throughout all dimensions. You have to grow. You have to grow up into this thing. You have to, even, at my age, I'm still growing. Still growing into my spiritual word. I'm still growing into my Christ conscious. Yes, you're gonna live like a child. Actually live every life throughout all dimensions. And when we finally mature, it's when we are reborn. Yeah. All the words has some meaning to it. They just slick you out of the words and took you away from what's really going on. You see, when that happens, we realize that we are God. You see, real eyes. Now that, you realize with real eyes that now that humanity is still in an infant stage, maybe still in the womb of our mother earth. And until we realize that we are still a fetus waiting to evolve into our next experience of experiences, until we reach the Godhead, go through your 7 chakras, and that's when you reach capstone, the Godhead. And we realize we are it. That you, yes, my pointer, that you are the universe. The YOUNIVERSE, verse, energy, vibration, frequency. That was the word energy, vibration, frequency. The Bible, we talked about that a few bills ago. As above, so below. Your answer is within. We start taking care of this planet, right? We start taking care of this planet and each other. Nobody knows the answer. We're not mature enough yet to even grasp it. To even grasp it. We must start with each other. We must start with each other, helping each other to evolve, grow, and mature. Evolve. And the answers will come from within. You see, in a world of lies, nobody likes the truth in a world of lies. Wow, man, it's so deep when you get into this. You see, when people talk about the Bible, they're not realizing real eyes see. They're not realizing real eyes see that it's all allegory, my dear, my loves, my family, my friends, and my foes. Originally taken from Egyptian religion, which came from the Indian Vedas, Vedas, the holy books that were written over 25,000 years ago. Every religion is the same. The story of the Trinity, man, negative and positive forces. It's also the story of the solar system, 12 heavenly bodies, astrology, and the story of the archetypes, all the different ways man can be in this world. The sooner we get on the same page, the better. You see, when people say that something is impossible, that means that there is a tiny possibility for everything. Chaos actually is organized in its own chaotic way. Everything else is proven. And it's your choice to believe it or not. And as we close out, since we talking about we live in a world full of lies, we live in a world full of lies, so nobody likes the truth in a world of lies. I'm going to leave you with this. I'm going to wrap it up and leave you with this. Talk about some truths. We're talking about truths all throughout this bill. The deepest truths in life. First of all, self-respect. If you have to beg someone to treat you like a decent being, leave. And leave fast. True colors. When someone shows you who they are with actions, not words, freaking believe them. Words mean nothing. Action means every and error thing. Love. Letting out vulnerable emotion. Living on value energy. Most won't find it. And if you do, show some patience. The person will show you different. The one you love the most can inflict the most damage. Trust. Don't willingly give it away. Make a person gain your trust. Be selective on who you give it to. Most aren't worthy of it. Believe that. I know. I'm grown. I lived a life. Self-love. Fly. First, love yourself. Self-love. Unapologetically. It's rarely sought out because it isn't easily found. Take care of yourself. Don't look to others. Don't look for others for your self-worth. What the focus? Know you are enough. Know that you are enough, period. Don't ever, never settle. Ever. Self-awareness. We aren't born with it. We develop it with life lessons. Pay careful attention. I'm ending with this, since we're talking about some truths. The near enemy of love is attachment. Attachment masquerade as love. It says, I would love this person because I need something from them. Or, wait. I love you if you love me back. Or I love you, but only if you will not be the way, only if you will be the way I want you to be. This this shit ain't love. This isn't the fullness of love. Instead, there is attachment. There is a clinging, and fear. Fake expectations appearing real. You see, true love. True love allows, it honors, and it appreciates. Attachment grasps, clinging, demands, needs, and aims to possess. That's the truth. That's the truth. And I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to end it right now. What Kahlo said. Because we're in the truth. They will call you crazy, deranged, crazy. Because you are. Because you're getting about this matrix. You becoming self-aware. You are in the age of Aquarius and you begin to evolve because you were born with the gift of seeing things differently. And that scares them. They're going to call you intense because you are. Yes, we are intense. Because you were born with value, well placed to allow yourself to feel it fully. And that intimidates them. They're going to call you selfish because that's right. Goddamn, that's right. Because you found out that you are the most important thing in your life. And guess what, people, family? That doesn't suit them well. You're going to be called in many ways with many judgments for a long time. I tell you this, I promise. Stay firm on yourself and what you want. And I promise you, one day, they're going to call you to say, they're going to call you and say, thank you for existence. Thank you for existing. If you made it this far in the Inspirational Minutes with David, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notifications, let you know our channel's back on. Get the book, The Audacity Woke. It's doing pretty good, all right. It's doing all right. I'm a memoir of a man who's been mentally asleep. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like and share. Comment, I'm willing to comment back. Hit the like and share. Reach out to me if you like what you hear. Thank you for your time with us. Thank you for your time with us. And know that I love you. I love you in truth. And I'm going to leave you in peace. Positive energy. Positive energy. Always. Positive energy. Always create evolution. I love you in truth. Peace.